work how to close this door. Hi guys! We're going to give a little welcome to your new home gift to my girl that just moved to her new place. So come take a drive with me. Oops! Please stay here, honey, okay? But while we take the drive, I want to talk to you guys about why most women will never be rich, and it has nothing to do with economy or lack of opportunities. It's because we're programmed to think small, spend emotionally, and feel so guilty and so bad for wanting more. But here is how to be the exception. Let's go. Sure! I love the McLaren. I'm gonna buy a McLaren. Not me driving every car, I'm gonna buy that car. Now we have decided on the first car. We're actually speccing it right now. We're designing it. How sick. When there's a speed bump, you know what I have to do? I have to put the car up slowly, and then you put the car down. That's how you go over every speed bump. It's a full-time job. To drive this car, full-time job. The first point is everyone seems to have more money because you keep comparing your life to everyone's highlight reel. And this is probably what's slowing you down, because you feel like you're so far behind. When I'm gonna be the person from someone that is doing social media, from someone that posts everything that they post, right? Social media is an illusion. Not everything you see on social media is the truth. Now, for me, I only love to post the truth and only the truth. I have literally girls with probably the biggest social media accounts that they have the private jet pictures, the private jet videos, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, cars, jewelry, living all this crazy life. Meanwhile, they're still working a 9-to-5 job that they hate, relying on someone else to do all of these things for them. So, and then other girls are looking at them like, oh my God, I aspire to be that girl. Meanwhile, that girl is literally struggling financially, emotionally, and feeling so dependent because she has to rely on that person, whoever is financing that for her. So social media is all decoration. So I need us to be extremely careful with, we love a lifestyle, but how about you learn more from people that give you value? Focus on people that give you value on social media. And these are the people that I want us to aspire to be like. Not a girl that's just holding a Chanel bag. That's cute, but what does that Chanel bag comes with? Where did that Chanel bag came from? Let's ask the real question. Because if it came from someone else, totally fine. But I'm not about to look up to you and see, oh my God, how can I be like you if you did not earn that lifestyle? Focus on being a woman full of value. All that stuff is gonna come later, and then you're gonna realize it's cute. We love the nice things, but it's not everything in life. If you have the skills to make you rich and you are not distracted, you're not looking, how can I look rich? You're actually thinking, how can I actually be rich? How can I never be broke? What things do I need to learn for nobody to ever, number one, make me feel small, for any job to make me feel dependent, for any man to make me feel dependent, because I know I can make no matter how much money from anywhere in the world in any business, because you know what I have? The most valuable thing ever, which is my mindset, which is my skills. That's how you get rich, with that energy too. So here's the real problem. We are taught to be financially invisible. Don't talk about money as a woman. Be humble. Don't be flashy. Don't discuss even numbers. That's what men do. Why are you doing that? But here are 5 lessons that have cost me years of not making the money that I was supposed to make. And I'm going to teach you guys in the next couple minutes. So let's get into it. The first lesson is undercharging because you feel guilty charging people. This has been probably one of my biggest things, because I'm so scared. What are people gonna think? What is my family gonna think? So that's the first part of you feeling like everyone is judging you and you're not worth, maybe you're not the smartest, because let's be honest, all human beings know that we're not the smartest, that we're not the most talented. Even successful people, no matter how much success they have, they still think that they're not the smartest, that they're not the most talented. And of course they put the work, but there's a little bit of element of luck as well, because they kept showing up. Of course, success is gonna catch up to you if you stayed consistent. Like something right is gonna happen because you've been doing what you're supposed to do. So with that being said, these emotions are normal. That doesn't mean that you should not charge people a lot of money for your services. Now, the second part is customers are always gonna want a discount. Some customers, especially broke ones, they won't see the value of paying a lot of money for anything, even if it's actually valuable and even if it's gonna change their life. They're gonna be like, why is it so expensive? Why don't you make something so cheap? Maybe because you understood that your time is equal so much, because the results that you bring your clients are insane. I know we charge so much money our clients to work with us, to get the strategies, to get my access to my team, to our systems, because these systems are making us $10-20 million. Of course we're gonna charge you a lot of money. Matter of fact, I think we should charge way more than what we're charging right now, because the price, it's not the cost, it's the value of what you are gonna get once you get this service. And I know this service is life-changing, so hence why I never feel bad. The second part of that is, don't overcharge and then feel like you owe people so much and you're giving them like everything. Because one thing about business, some people in business are always gonna be unsatisfied. You do the calls that you said, unsatisfied. Give them the transformation, they're unsatisfied. And you give them the best product, the best service, something's gonna happen, they're gonna be unsatisfied. I just know from a business owner that have invested in so many programs before, in so many businesses. I bought product services from I love buying. I'm such a consumer as much as I'm a producer. I just understand that because I am successful, I don't wanna milk every single little dollar that I've ever spent. When I buy a service, for example, eyelashes, microblading, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I spent $1,000. She better give me her whole life. She owes me now because I paid her $1,000. But you're gonna have clients, you're gonna have people in business that think like that. Don't feel guilty when you overcharge that you have to overgive. Give the service that you give to everyone. You're still gonna have some complainers. You cannot please everyone. There are always gonna be the naysayers, the unsatisfied, and these are the people that never do anything with the information. So now they want to blame you, because being a victim is way easier than taking ownership of your life and actually realizing that, oh, I am here in my life with no results, with nothing to show because I have not done anything. I just keep, blaming everyone, economy, people, instead of actually taking ownership. Like, maybe I need to get better. Maybe I need to apply what I'm learning. The second lesson was investing in everyone else's dream except my own. And this have happened very recently. I'm gonna share a personal story. So for some of you guys that have been watching me for a very long time on Instagram, I was working with my brother, doing, of course, sales and investing and trading in the financial markets. And that made me a lot of money. But then after a while, I started realizing that I am just not happy because I wanted to do more in this life, and I knew like God was speaking through me for the longest time, and I felt guilty separating business from my brother for over 2.5 years because of, oh my God, this is his dream. He wanna be the number one in this. He wants to be like, you know what I mean? And that was his baby. And I was the person that we've worked together, we've made millions together, supported each other and all of that. But it was so tough to realize that, wow, I've spent over 5 years building someone else's dream. Now, I've made a lot of money. That's not the topic right now. I'm talking about that was not my dream. That was not my goal. I took his goals and I made them so important to me. Like, I need to achieve his goals and his legacy. And then I realized I don't want any of that. I don't want to be known for that. I don't want to be in that business. I want to be known for something else. I want to do XYZ in my life. And it was a very, very hard moment for me when I told him, like, I just don't think we're gonna be doing business together anymore. Not because, of course, I don't love you. He's literally my world. This is why I spent 5 years building his dream. But I said, I'm in a selfish season right now. I wanna work on what Afnan really wants to work on. I want to grow my own dreams. I had to really take a lot of time to think of what is Afnan dreams, because sometimes we're so in life, we're so microscopic in our life that we forget what is my dream, what do I want to do in my life, what do I desire so much beside money, because of course you want to make money, you want to have the freedom, but what do I want to be known for, what is my legacy, what makes me happy. And it was extremely hard. He felt sad because we're not doing business together anymore, because we did enjoy doing business together. This is your reminder that it's okay to be in a selfish season. It's okay to be selfish, because you can love people, but at the end of the day, they have to achieve their goals and dreams, and you have to achieve your goals and your dreams. Now, this happened recently, but even before that, my family, for the longest time, oh, our daughter's gonna be a doctor, she's gonna be an engineer. I'm like, doctor, engineer? Who told you all that? Who? Not me. When did that conversation even happen? I almost felt like I let them down because I chose my own dreams. Even when I was in university, one of my friends was like, Afnan, you have an amazing fashion style, you should be a fashion stylist. And I almost followed her dreams for my life over my own dreams. And she had to convince me like, oh, don't do this business. And it's like, how am I listening to someone about my own dreams and goals? So be extremely careful to live your own, I cannot stress this enough, I know it sounds simple, but live your own dreams, not people's dreams of your life. The third lesson that I had to learn was thinking good enough income or life is actually good enough. And you usually will adapt these mindsets and habits from people that are around you. And this is why I cannot stress how important it is for people. Only in Dubai you find these drivers, because there's no way. I cannot stress enough, it is extremely crucial to surround yourself by people doing better than you, because when they are doing better than you, you start raising the ceilings of what's actually good enough. Oh, you think making 10K a month is a lot of money? Until you hang around people that are making $500,000 a month and you're like, wait, my goals are so small, let me elevate. It's actually not good enough. But if you only hang around people that are doing less than you, you feel like, oh, I'm the queen, I'm the king, no one does it like me. That comfort is what slows people down, and they stay stuck for years, and sometimes they even decline from 10K a month to like nothing, because they have people around them that, I'm sorry to say, but they're broke. So if it's one thing to do in this life, number one thing, nothing is good enough. The whole point of life is to have progress. So you might be like, well, Afnan, that's greed. Greedy people are the ones that are going to be very successful, very rich, because they understand that this whole thing is a game. They want to see how much can I take from this game. I want to squeeze every little bits of it. They hate comfort and they never submit to comfort. While everyone else is being lazy, greedy people, they're like, oh, there's more level, I want more, I want more, I want more. Now, I know greedy people, sometimes they have flaws, but imagine having these qualities. You want more because you understand it's not only about the money, it's about progress. And progress is what makes people happy in this life. When you become a better person every single day, not just like mindset wise, I'm talking about better in every area possible, and that makes you a lot of money, that's where you're gonna be fulfilled. That's when you're gonna be happy. Get around people that are making more money than you. Expand your horizon, expand your mind, and watch your life literally change. Because as soon as you say, oh, this is good enough, I think I make enough money, that's probably the recipe of a decline happening right about soon. Lesson number 4 is letting emotions control my money decisions. You know, us women, I know there's something called retail therapy, and I am extremely guilty of retail therapy. But before I do any retail therapy, I make sure I invest back into my businesses. I make sure I'm not just buying things because I want to look cool, or I want to look like I belong and fit in with this, you know, elite society of girls that are so well dressed and so on and so forth. I know women that are literally dressed probably like less than full outfit, less than $100, and they look more expensive than someone that is dressed in like over $100,000 worth of outfits. So I need us to not have emotions dictate what we do with our money. That's number one. Number two, we're not gonna feel guilty about saying yes to financial requests when we don't want to do the financial request. You having money does not mean that you need to give it to every single person. You having money does not mean that you need to pay every single bill, every single dinner, every single lunch. I can tell you guys, I am a millionaire, and when I go with my friends, if we're both making the same money, one time I pay, one time they pay. And if they don't make the same money, I pay for what I got. Sometimes I spoil them, but not because I make money, I'm paying every single time the bill. That is insane. They're not my kids and I'm not their mom, right? Now you take care of people that you love, of course. Family, you take care of them. But friends, you take care of them, you spoil them. But you don't finance their life just because you make more money than them. That makes no sense. And I think the real friends won't even respect that. Like, okay, you think I'm not capable of making my own money, that you need to pay every little bill? I think real friends, you'll excite them and motivate them to work hard. So don't ever feel financial guilt for money requests, okay? So guys, there is one more lesson, but we have arrived. So I'm gonna go drop my girl her gift. I don't think she wants to be on camera because I think she just woke up actually. And you know, girls. Anyway, so let's go give her the little gift. Kiss her. Good morning. I'm gonna take my bag as well. BRB. Oh, we're back. Okay, so lesson number 5. Oh, she was so happy. She was so happy. So cute. Just girls, we love an orange bag, an orange box. That's what makes us happy. So we're such simple people. We want an orange box that costs a lot of money. Is that so hard to ask for? I don't think so. But anyway, and lesson number 5, waiting for permission to want wealth. We feel so guilty as women to talk about money, to want more money, because then it's like, oh, you're gonna be single for the rest of your life. Oh, no man wants a woman that talks about money. Oh, you're so masculine, you're so shallow, you're so materialistic. And that's what people will say. But once you are in wealth, especially if you're not just rich, you're rich and a smart woman, an intelligent woman, the right man will find that probably the best quality ever. Because I'm talking about the real good men. They want a smart, powerful woman beside them that will build legacy with them. They want you to be smart. They want you to be ambitious. They love that. Especially a successful man, an ambitious man. He doesn't want just a lazy girl laying around, gossiping, very toxic, nagging all the time, just cares about shopping, shopping, shopping. They value intelligence. So I want us to stop waiting for permission. I know we're girls and we love to be led in life. And of course, I hope every single woman gets led in this life. But when it comes to money, when it comes to business, you have to lead yourself. You have to be okay with deciding, I want to make this much money and I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me it's okay to move. I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me you are granted access and permission to start this business. Go for it. Start it. Follow your guts. God gave us this intuition, this gut feeling for a reason, because what you do with that, and if you go all in, you become so delusional about that gut feeling that God gave you, you will achieve everything that you want in this life, and you will be the happiest in this life because you're operating from your full, authentic, happy, rich, powerful, smart self. So these are the 5 lessons that I have learned. I hope and I pray every single woman that is watching this, that she becomes the exception in her circle, in her family, in her environment, that she achieves every single goal that she wants. She makes the millions of dollars. She follows her passion. Make sure you don't rest, you don't settle until you become that exception that everyone is speaking about. We're gonna head home because all I do is work. No, I'm joking. All I do is actually have fun while working. Like, this is work. Creating videos for you guys, that is work. And this is why you need to build a brand, so you can do anything and still make money, aka content, aka having an audience. Build a brand. That's just a side tip, just because I like you guys. Anyway, until next time, XOXO. Bye bye. See you guys in the next video. Wow.